Let's be honest, you already have a pretty good idea how YouTube ad revenue, sponsors and merch work, so I'm not gonna bother you with that. Instead, today we'll talk about 3 less common methods of monetizing your audience, things that not that many people do, but at the same time are familiar enough so you don't need to convince your audience to buy them. My name is Jordan Parker and I spent the last 15 years building IT businesses. But in 2021 I started my YouTube channel, I got obsessed with content creation and ended up quitting my job to help content creators build their own business. If that interests you, I teach it in my emails on creator income, link below. So in this video we will cover 3 different and less popular ways to monetize. First we're gonna talk about Substack and how it is applicable to way more people than you might think. Next we'll talk about one-time workshops and how exactly they work in 2025. And finally we're gonna talk about selling your feed pics on OnlyFans. No, that was for 2020, my bad. And finally we're gonna talk about done with me group cohorts, which is probably the most effective on the list. Let's dig in. First, Substack. Substack is originally a platform for writers. Even on this page it says the app for independent voices. But more and more people are using Substack to build newsletters for their brands. Because newsletters in particular can help you build deep, meaningful relationships with your audience, and it's kind of easy to run one on Substack, plus you get a bunch of goodies that the platform offers. Like for example their mini social network that they have, or the premium options you can configure for your newsletter so people can buy your stuff, or a bunch of other useful, neat little things that can make for a very simple business that uses just one platform, but at the same time can be very, very profitable. Next, we have workshops. Workshops are a great tool because they require little to no preparation. They're probably the easiest thing to execute here on the list. At least the way I teach workshops to clients is like that. Because my approach to workshops is a little bit different. Instead of trying to do a free workshop in which you try to get people to purchase things from you, which requires a lot of preparation because it is pretty hard to convince complete strangers to buy stuff from you, instead of doing all of that, you sell the workshop. You ask for a low price, 50 to 200 bucks is typically a good place to start. And instead of having a bunch of people who are on guard because you might sell them something in your free workshop, you have a bunch of people who are ready to learn and excited to because they just invested a little bit of money in what you have to offer them. And as another bonus to workshops, if you have a paid community, invite them to your paid workshop as well. They will get extra value and you'll get more people on the workshop, which would make it feel better, more alive, and everyone will enjoy it more, including the people who are there for the first time. Oh, and by the way, if you're liking this video so far, don't forget to subscribe to Creator Income, because that's where I send my amazing emails. Not on YouTube. YouTube will give you my videos anyway. But anyway, we get to the final suggestion, which is done with me cohorts. How those work is you take a small group of people and walk them live through solving a specific problem over 4 to 8 different sessions. Preferably something you're already good at so you don't need to prepare as much, because preparing for what you're selling is usually where the majority of the time goes. The power in done with me cohorts lies in the fact that while you need to spend a little bit of time organizing the first cohort, getting everything in order the first time is gonna take a while, but after you do the first cohort you can organize every other cohort after it, reusing almost 100% of what you already made. So in a bit of a longer term, those cohorts can create a significant amount of revenue with like 4 to 8 hours of work per month for the actual session, which can be pretty tempting.